Welcome to the Football News Top 10s and Lifestyle Zone. I go by the names of Rokani David, aka Arane, new to this channel. Hi guys, how are you? Where are you watching from? I think it's really a very good morning and a very good night to Manchester United fans all over the world, because this is a game that you don't mind how you won it, but a must win, because in the Champions League, if at all you don't get 10 points, it's very hard for you to be sure that you've qualified to the round of 16 in there. Something that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer failed to do last time, because he failed to go to RB Leipzig to get that 1 point, because he already had 9 and he couldn't go through in there. So it feels like after losing to Young Boys in the first game of the Champions League away, you come at Old Trafford, Villareal scores first, Telles scores a brilliant goal, and Ronaldo seals the day with the win. What a win for Manchester United fans all over the world. We are really going to go into and digest how Manchester United played, the statistics, who had a lot of possession, who had lots of shots on target, and who really had the game in control, who failed to really turn into his chances into goals. All that onto this so-called channel in the Goza Football News Top 10s and Lifestyle Zone. Before we get into that, smash the like video, smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, do one thing: hit the notification bell. Subscribe to our channel, and after subscribing to our channel, please hit the notification bell, and then you'll go ahead and get all what we do onto this channel live. Now we get into this game of football where Manchester United really played poorly in there. I really tweeted in the first 5 minutes, United was pressing Villareal, and I said, if at all United continue to press them like this, it's really going to be a walkover for Manchester United. And guess what? Because Villareal, when they're playing, they build their game from the defense. Paul Torres, Albio in there, Moreno in there. So those three, and is it Capoe, the CDM in there? Those are vital into there. And now, if at all you really don't allow them to really start that ball in there, and if at all they start it, you put a lot of press, all press them, and then they give you the ball. That's what United was doing into the first 5 minutes. And by the way, in those first 5 minutes, United had 2 chances, though they really failed to convert them. One of Mason Greenwood, he get the ball, but he really failed to react on as soon as possible in there. And another one was Ronaldo, when he played in a player who goes by the names of Bruno Fernandes, and Bruno carried the ball over the so-called goal in there. So it looked like United were all over a team which goes by the names of Villareal into the first 5 minutes in there. But after the 5 minutes, everything changed. United couldn't get the ball. The only thing they could do was the long ball from the defense to reach Ronaldo or Mason Greenwood or Sancho. And when you look at players like Ronaldo, they are not so much into that so-called long ball in there. There is what they call a long ball and a drop ball. You get, because a drop ball, that means it has really passed past the defenders in there, and it's really going to get you, and you control it very well, and then you hit it in there. Ronaldo is a man who needs just a through pass, a cross in there, then he will show you how brilliant he is, as you saw him scoring the winner into the so-called 90 plus 5 minutes in there. So United lost it, and Ole got it wrong when he really played Scott McTominay and Paul Pogba into the midfield, because Paul Pogba was okay to be playing into that position, but it was not okay playing a man who goes by names of Mason Greenwood, because Mason is not that kind of player who is really going to get you what you want as a CDM. If at all you tell him that play as a box-to-box player, he will come in, give you the energy, he'll run past even Bruno in there, and he will do all what he has to do. But tell him to play as a CDM. You saw him. David De Gea starts the ball to Victor Lindelof or Raphael Varane, and Scott McTominay was hiding himself behind players of a team which goes by Villareal in there, and instead of going to them and saying, please get me that ball. And you saw that difference when Nemanja Matic came on. So that's the difference between a CDM. Nemanja Matic comes on, he gets that ball, and he passes it to the so-called Bruno Fernandes, the Mason Greenwoods of this world, the Sancho's in there. So that's what we call a CDM. That's the beauty of a CDM in there, because when he gets onto the pitch, trust me, everything changed. You can really trust me. Even the way United was being attacked, it changed, because he could go to the Victor Lindelofs of this world, the Varanes of this world, and tell them, get me that ball, because he has the confidence that when I get that ball, I'm really going to pass it through the midfield. Now, tell me, did you see Did you see Scott McTominay do any forward passing? Modern CDMs, that's what they do best. Modern CDMs are players that can really get that ball and really do forward passing and not sideways, either to the left wing or right wing, through the midfield. The Jorginhos, the Fabinhos, the Ronaldo, the Fernandinhos, the Kovacics of this world, the Declan Wrights, the Kevin Phillips of this world. That's what they do. Even I told people that Arsenal really has a better midfield than Manchester United. Because if I told you have Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey, they are better than Scott McTominay and Freddie. They are better than them. They are better than them 100%. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer not getting a midfielder and trusting him or putting his trust in Scott McTominay and a player who goes by the names of Freddie to play to that position is going to cost Manchester United this season, because you see, it's a different game altogether when Nemanja Matic comes onto the pitch. It's a different game altogether. Even the game of Aston Villa, Nemanja came onto the pitch. Was it Nemanja? Do I remember? I don't remember when he came on, but I remember there is a game of West Ham that we won because of Nemanja Matic. This game has been won because of Nemanja Matic coming onto the field, because he really got the ball and took it to Bruno. You get? Bruno never needed to go and play so deep to get that ball, because he knew the service was going to be done by Nemanja Matic. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer not making a CDM as his number one signing this season really is costing United, because if I ever had a Declan Rice or Kevin Phillips or a Besuma playing into that role, maybe a Ruben Neves, it would have been a different story altogether. A team which goes by the names of Villareal did all what it did and put United on pressure because the midfield was just not present. They could pass through the midfield whenever they wanted. Scott McTominay was not present. And if I told him to do player ratings onto this channel, you will really hate the rate I'll give Scott McTominay, because he looked like a passenger. He looked like a passenger. He didn't appear. Did you see Scott McTominay anywhere? Do you remember any moment of Scott McTominay? I think the one that you remember is the one that really fell down when he was tackled in the midfield. What good thing did Scott McTominay do? So to me, I feel like these things of Scott McTominay playing in the midfield in there, he cannot do the CDM role. That's why he plays them together. That is Freddie and Scott McTominay, because he knows that both of them can do the job. A job that can be done by Nemanja Matic, if at all he has not played, is supposed to be done by two players in there. It was evident. It's been evident everywhere in the games that United have played in there. But all in all, United have won. They're having 3 points. They are placed in the third position. Atalanta is having 4 points, and United is playing Atalanta next. The other team is Young Boys. It's into that position. Remember, it's there because it hit United away at their home. And a team which goes by Manchester United is placed third. You get? And Villareal is having just 1 point. Now, the beauty of this is United really has gone ahead and really win this. I really feel like if I told you never watch this game, this result does not really represent what happened on the pitch. If I told you it was not David De Gea to come on and do all these saves, trust me, it would have been a different story altogether, because De Gea put like 5 world-class saves in there, because the United defense was exposed a lot in there, and there are times when Raphael Varane looked rusty in there. And I think today we've known the beauty of Harry Maguire into that defense, by the way. Building from that play in there and giving confidence to the defense, because I've seen Lindelof, but when Lindelof is playing with Raphael Varane, there is something you feel like you're missing. I think they would have tried out Eric Bailly and Raphael Varane, but I think Lindelof and Eric Bailly, that's why even in the game of Aston Villa, you saw that goal was conceded. That goal would have been conceded if at all Harry Maguire was there, because I think there is a different command that is into the defense when Harry Maguire is there. You get? And Lindelof is not this player that can really dive into all sleep in there and do the dirty work in there. So it required Raphael Varane to do that dirty work. Yet he's also not good at doing the dirty work. But all in all, United have won 2-1 in there with Tellez scoring a beauty, and Ronaldo scoring a winner into that so-called dying minutes of the game. So people have come out and said that it's a team of moments, as Ole says, but you know, there is a job that you have, like coaching Manchester United, and you come out and ask yourself, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? And you ask yourself and you give yourself an answer, because Ole is inexperienced, we all know that, and sometimes you feel judging him like he has won, and you give him credit for winning, but how has United won? Can United play 10 games and win them like that? I tell you it can, because football is all about taking your moment. If at all United has one of the best goalkeepers and they're really going to come out and save a team and do saves, and when United gets the chances, as you see the statistics onto that so-called screen, because when you look at the team stats, United had 14 shots and Villareal had 15. United had 7 shots on target, and on those 7 shots on target, they scored 2 goals. And Villareal had 7-2, they only scored 1, and David De Gea did a lot. Possession, United had 56%, and Villareal had 44%. Passes completed, 554 passes for United, 442 passes for Villareal. Passing accuracy, United was at 90% and Villareal was at 85%. Fouls, 10 for United, 10 for Villareal. 3 yellow cards for Manchester United, 4 yellow cards for a team which goes by Villareal. 0 red cards to both teams. 3 offsides for Manchester United, 0 for Villareal. 4 corners for each of the teams that really participated into this game. Now you see, it shows you, I've told you, football is a game of moments. It's a game of moments. When you don't take your moment, the other team that you are playing with will come up and take its moment. So United took its moments and it won. You get, and it won in there. So it's good to see to it that United have won, because I support United. I feel okay. Though I was not impressed with the way we played, but all in all, a win is a win, because there are moments when a team is so down, because United had lost 3 games in a row. They lost to a team which goes by names of West Ham. You get, in the midweek. They lost to Aston Villa. And how did you expect them to lift themselves and really come back? It could be it had to be a very big fight, because their morale was down, and the only thing they needed was to go ahead and win this game and prepare for the game against Everton on the weekend, because playing against Everton is something else. United will go ahead and win. They win against Everton, I know, because at least now their spirits are high. The way they lost to Aston Villa really put them down, because even Bruno missed a penalty, something that people really came out and really felt bad, and Bruno came out and gave an apology. You get? It shows you how much pressure it's on the team in there. So to me, I feel like United have won. And look at the statistics, by the way. If I told you people know Champions League, it's all about statistics. What do statistics say about Manchester United and Villareal? This is what the stats say. The stats say United had played 4 games in the Champions League with Villareal, and 0 goals were scored, and all of those games, the 4 games, have been draws. So it shows you how tight this game has always been. And United, it's good to see that United has broken the dreadlock in there, and they really won this. And in the UEFA Europa League last time, the game ended 1-1, and it ended in penalty. So this time around, there is an improvement. I told people that United is going to win this game. I thought they were going to win it by 3 goals to nil, but it has won it by 2 goals to 1. But I knew it's going to be a win for United, because this time around, they're having Ronaldo, they're having Jadon Sancho, they're having Raphael Varane, 3 players that they never had when they played them in Poland. You get? So because Ronaldo gives you goals, Varane gives you stability into defense, Sancho gives you another different line of attack, because Sancho is that player that can sit down players. He has not yet fitted well into the United team, but I think he is the ideal signing that a man who goes by the names of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needed. And by the way, this game has really lifted the spirits of United players very, very high. And it reminds of us one thing, the Fergie time. The Fergie time. Is it the Oli time? You can't, because even in the game of West Ham, it was the dying minutes that we really did this. Even in the game of Aston Villa, if at all Bruno had turned into that penalty, United would have gotten itself a point, maybe, because they had added 5 minutes, and in the 91st minute, United got a penalty. So United had 4 minutes to play, and in those 4 minutes to play, if at all Bruno had really scored that penalty, you never knew, United would have gone and really suppressed or pressed Aston Villa to the maximum, and United would have forced another goal into the back of the net for Aston Villa. So I think One of the positives United should learn out of this is that never say die moment. If at all you are really going to get United to a level of competing for a trophy, those moments are needed. Those moments are needed because there is no way you're going to tell me that you are going to win each and every game while dominating it. That's out. That's out. That's out. So let's appreciate this and let's wait and see what Ole has for us. Because when we have also people that you are saying Ole out, let's give him up to Christmas. You get three players in at Manchester United. He has not yet known how to fit them into the squad. Rashford is coming back. Rashford is coming back. Cavani is back. You see, so we want to see how is he going to get that team that is really going to be consistent, close to 7-8 players that really start for United in there. So to me, I'm just looking at Ole. Let us give him up to Christmas. Let's see what he's going to do, because before Christmas, who would have known whether United is through to the round of 16 or not. But I know it will be through, and I think Ole is going to do things that he has not yet done for United, because I think he's a very good motivator. These players love him a lot. They play for him, and he has really acted as a good father figure into the so-called team. But the way we are playing is not good, and the problem as to why we are not playing as supposed to be playing, he never bought a CDM. And Nemanja Matic, the only CDM available, cannot play all these minutes in here. So that's what I had for you here on the Football News Top 10 and Lifestyle Zone. United have gone ahead to win their first pre-Champions League game of the season. Remember the first one they lost to Young Boys in there, and they are placed third. And they are blessed that the next game they are going away to Italy. And if at all they go away to Italy and get 3 points out of that, that means the job will be done, because they will only need to win their 2 games at Old Trafford against Atalanta and Villareal. Remember, against Atalanta, it's going to be a double header. And if at all United really goes ahead and gets a point, all 3 points, they will just need to win their 2 games at Manchester United or at Old Trafford in there. So guys, feel free to go into the comment section and tell me what you think about this win that United has gone ahead to really secure against Villareal, and Ronaldo scoring the winner, and he's world class, by the way. He's really one of the best. Remember, Messi scored yesterday and Ronaldo scored today. There, remember, Ronaldo has played 5 games for United and he has 5 goals. It shows you that if at all he plays 30 games this season, he might net close to 40. And remember, he has not yet played these amateur sides, the Watfords, the Crystal Palaces of this world, the those other small teams, Brentford, and very many other teams, and I think it's really going to come on and score. So leave your reaction into the comment section below. I'll really get some time and reply to them. Feel free to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I go by the names of Rokani David, aka RD, onto this channel. Me out for now. See you later. Remember, don't forget to pray to the Lord and call upon to the Holy Spirit. That's the guardian angel that really loves you and has been monitoring you to see to it that you are where you are. Me out for now. See you later.